Hi, my name's Suzanne Day, and I run a charity and a business for stopping domestic violence. And today I've got a post about child abuse and domestic violence. And child abuse comes in many forms, from being exposed to pornographic material, sexual assault, physical, mental, emotional abuse, and also domestic violence. And doing any of this is actually a form of domestic violence to children. It is also neglect and not being taken care of, loved, and valued for who you are and what you need to be safe in the world. And children are very vulnerable. They cannot always speak out about what is happening for them, as they are too young and they don't have the skills for this. They are still learning and growing, and children depend on the adults that are around them to keep them safe and to make the best choices for them until they have grown and they have the skill for themselves. So parents, teachers, doctors all need to be mindful of what they're doing and saying and behaving around children, because children's brains don't have this ability, and it can take a child until they are 21 till their brain is developed enough to make good decisions in their life. Also, children learn from what they see around them. We are all role models for children that are living around us in what is okay and not okay, in the way we act and behave. And children's brains are like a sponge. They soak up everything that they see and hear, and then they behave in that way that they see and hear. And they learn everything from us who they see and watch for what to do. And taking a child to an event with an adult dressed in strip clothes, G-strings, and dancing provocatively, and taking money from dancing like this in front of strangers, adults, children, and babies is not fun or educational. And anyone doing this needs to do it in a private room with adults only and no children allowed, not in a public space like a library or a school that is used by children and adults, because it should be a safe place. And I have seen a child in a video walking around the room like this, and for a child to learn this skill, and being a prostitute. This child was seen in the video putting money she collected from the crowd in her pants and dancing like a stripper. And any child or baby seeing this will think that it's okay and it's how they need to act. In no way, this is abusive, clear and simple. And anyone doing this should be arrested as a child abuser. And anything shown in a book or in real life needs to be age appropriate for that child. Children learn the minute they are born, and every experience shapes their world and their worldview, and they form their personal values, which they use to make decisions in their life later from these experiences. The first 7 years are the most important, and they create the foundation of everything that they do later in their life. It actually sets a tone of their whole life. That is why it's important for their early life to be safe, loving, kind, happy, healthy, and educational experiences. And without this happening, they will receive trauma and all the wrong messages being given to them. And repairing the damage done to children from this will take years, and it's not an easy fix. Children form their life goals in their life from what they see and hear around them. And this kind of behaviour is sexualizing children when they don't even understand what sex is or what a transgender A, B, C, D, F, whatever is. And it's totally insane. It's not age appropriate. It's confusing, it's overwhelming, and it's also totally unnecessary. Let them play with dolls and toys and books with good, healthy, fun messages in them. And any parent, teacher, or person allowing and promoting this kind of behaviour is actually abusive. And anyone also staying quiet and not speaking out about this is also abusive. All it takes for bad things to happen is for good people to do and say nothing. And by not speaking out about this and standing up, you're actually allowing this abuse to continue to children. So you need to think about what side of this are you going to be on, the good or the bad. And as a childcare worker who has spent my life learning about children and working with them and what they need, I've worked in preschools, I went to university, I got trained, I did workshops, I worked with parents. I've spent about 20 years working with children. And I'm outraged and I'm angry about this. And I want to know, where are the police, the DOCS workers, the childcare workers, the teachers, the church workers, the nurses, the doctors, the social workers, and the psychologists. These all should be shouting out about this and standing up and saying no. And we need to stop this abuse before our children are permanently damaged and change for good. And all I ask is for people to stand up and speak out in a peaceful way that does not hurt anyone else. And don't get triggered, try not to get triggered by what other people are doing if they are behaving badly. And just stand up in peace and love and find ways to get the correct information out to those you love and care about. And I don't care what anyone does in their home, go for it. Do as much of it as you like. Behind closed doors, I couldn't care. But leave the children alone and out of it. And the moral of this write-up is give children loving, kind acts which allow them to feel safe in their world. And if you like this video, you can push the like button and you can also subscribe to our page. Thank you.